going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 58. Hopefully, everyone's having a great week. And if you had the Houston Texans beating the Buffalo Bills, big winner, 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 chicken dinner. Hopefully, you bet the house on the Texans because probably would have won some big money. Um, Texans take down the Buffalo Bills Thursday night football. Unfortunately, Noah and I chose the Bills because how can you choose the Texans in that situation? Davis Mills, good defense, great defense, top three defense, but still, Bills coming off a great win against the Buccaneers. Uh, One person in our Pick'em league chose the Houston Texans. Everyone else chose the Bills. So
Nice.
that is how the cookie crumbles there. Did you watch any of the game, no? Or no?
Yeah, I watched some of it. Josh Allen had a rough time uh getting anything going. I think
Eight
he got
sacks.
sacked, yeah, for the most in his career in a game. Just this year in general, he's been sacked, I think, the most in his career since he came into the league. So that's pretty rough. But yeah, I mean the offense didn't really do anything, and they had a kickoff return for a touchdown. James Cook scored the only offensive touchdown, I believe, for
Yeah.
them. Um, yeah, two picks for Josh Allen, Davis Mills, but wasn't really great. But the defense really came through, got them in good positioning. So I think Davis Mills started the game like 1 for 10. So, um, but hey. Davis Mills has been getting the job done for the Texans without CJ Stroud. I don't know when CJ Stroud's supposed to come back, probably in the next couple of weeks. Uh, I'm assuming. I think he had an ankle injury. So he's already been out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks because he left mid-game.
Yeah.
Um, so Texans are on are coming up though. I think they are now 6-5. The Bills 7-4. So we'll see how this AFC turns out.
Yeah.
Texans have a chance to win their division still.
People are already saying that there's a chance the Bills and the Chiefs may miss the playoffs. Or, I mean, that's the extreme, but or
Yeah.
will be a away team wild card, which, uh, you know, it's gonna be tough if you're playing them first round.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean that Bills divisional wins getting a little out of reach here with the Patriots playing how they are. Their
yeah.
schedule, I think we looked at it during the picks, is pretty easy coming up,
Hmm.
except for maybe 1 or 2 games. So it's gonna be rough for them to get back in there. There's gonna have to be a wild card, like you said, an away wild card team maybe.
Yeah, and I guess the Bills' record on the road is not as good as when they are at home. So going on the road for a wild card game is going to be tougher than ever. So,
Yeah.
but let's move on to our headlines this week. I know I got a few topics in college football, and Noah has everything else, basically.
Yeah. So a couple football stuff to talk about quickly. JJ McCarthy refers to himself as nine, as everyone calls him, making fun of him now for his little video interview where he said, "I don't know, nine just takes over." And now now yeah, the Vikings are 4-6, I think. Last in the NFC North. They're either 4-6 or 4-7. One of the two. But last in the division, JJ McCarthy has more interceptions and touchdowns, and he has more interceptions than games played, I believe, also. So it's a rough start. It's also his first full season, technically his first full season, even though he's missed a few games. Um, but already the question's going around, do you give up on JJ McCarthy? You're 4-6 going into a kind of a QB heavy draft this year. Maybe the top three, top four, pretty solid. Maybe
Yeah.
not stars, but solid. If they get that top 10 pick, do you get another QB? Do you just give up on JJ McCarthy? Because that team's pretty good. When are they going to have that be in that position again to get a QB? which is what they were saying before when Kirk Cousins got hurt and they were in that same position, and that's why they drafted JJ McCarthy. But um, the Vikings are made to win now, and they just need that QB. So do they give up on JJ?
Yeah, I mean, Justin Jefferson frustrated this last game with how uh, nine was playing, and you know, I don't know. It's crazy because I'm surprised they drafted JJ McCarthy. I don't think I was too high on JJ McCarthy either. He ran the offensive well at Michigan and got it done, but he wasn't, like on fire at the entire time. So, um, he hasn't really had a good game either. Starting
He
like a
had one good quarter.
full game, yeah, start to finish. He hasn't had one, so I would be a little shaky. I mean, the Vikings had Daniel Jones, let him go, and Sam Darnold, let him go. So they let go of Sam Darnold too because he had two shaky playoff games. So um, I wouldn't be surprised if they drafted QB and restart the clock. So
Yeah, yeah. Coming out of college, Michigan, very run heavy with Harbaugh there, and he didn't have to really throw the ball too much. So that's why, like you said, I was a little bit surprised when he went as high as he did in the draft. But I think maybe they give him another year, maybe two, and then they bring in a vet. Maybe he sits a little bit like a Bryce Young situation with Andy Dalton. You start the season on the bench next year. Maybe a lot of rumors Mac Jones potentially come in. He's kind of that type of QB that Kirk Cousins, uh, Donald, Daniel Jones type QB who come in and just be accurate with the ball,
yeah,
hit their star receiver, and Jordan Addison, who is a great receiver also. So we'll see what happens there. But that's something that to look out for as the season winds down, what their record is, because that'll definitely play a part if they decide to maybe steer another direction. But another team that is struggling, 3-7 right now, the Atlanta Falcons. They got a little QB problem. Michael Penix Jr. is out for the year with a knee injury. It's his third major knee injury in his career. I think he has five major injuries throughout his career in football, including college. Um, so the only problem with the Falcons, they don't have the luxury of the Vikings because they do not have their first round pick this year. It is going to go to the Rams, and they are 3-7. They're gonna throw out Kirk Cousins, who when he
horrible.
played a couple games this year has not looked good at all.
He looks old.
In his relief, he does not look good at all coming in for Penix. So. They are basically in a position where they have to go with Michael Penix next year. If he even comes back early next year, I think he tore his ACL or was it
Yeah, I
meniscus?
think he tore his
Yeah,
ACL. It's his third time.
it's third time. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what they do because they traded their pick to move up and draft their defensive end. Which both of those defensive ends that they drafted this past year have been playing really well. So um, it's just too bad they're now 3-7. So. Um, Yeah, I don't know. You Falcons fans are in a rough spot because you're stuck with Cousins for at least 2 more years, I believe. He's probably going to be your starting QB next year, and I guess you just tank next year, hope and pray Arch Manning is good, and you can get him next year. Just hope he actually turns out to be the QB everyone was hoping he'd be.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the Falcons are doing. We talked about it last week where, Bijan's been in and out, um, just not using him to the best of his ability and struggling. 3-7 is a rough, and yeah, I don't know where you go. Maybe they could be a candidate for Mac Jones next year.
You know,
If Penix looks like he's not going to play at all, maybe they can bring another QB in. Because Kirk Cousins, like you said, I don't think Like Joe Flacco looks better than Kirk Cousins. I would take Joe Flacco.
Yeah, maybe they
Jacoby
bring someone
Brissett.
like they just need to add that like
Russell Wilson?
that 1 year guy who can come in and keep them afloat. But at that point, do you even really want to do that? It's like
Might as well just tank for
it
the pick.
depends how much they believe in Michael Penix Jr. really. If you believe he's the guy, you just go out there, get that 1 year rental or half a year rental, whatever it is, until Penix comes back. But yeah, I feel sorry for the Falcons fans. There's really no advice to give here because they don't have a pick. So,
I
um,
don't. I think Penix has looked better than JJ McCarthy for sure.
yeah, but he's also like 3 years older or something like
Yeah,
that, 2 years older.
Penix is just injury prone. So
Yeah, which is one of the things people were saying when he was picked so high is injury history, age, and he's just he's like you know what you're getting when you drafted him. There's no potential of him being more than what he's drafted because he's already old enough and
yeah, like
all that stuff. But
26, right?
something like that,
Crazy.
something like that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah. So maybe but it does open the question: do they use their second round pick for a QB? Then now you just have like you basically waste your second round pick. So we'll see what happens. That's another thing to look out for to see where the Falcons finish because then that's going to be the Rams spot. And do the Rams now pick their QB predecessor or whatever for Matthew Stafford, who probably has another year in him or two. But we've been saying that for the past 5 years, so we'll see what happens with Matthew
Could win
Stafford
MVP
also.
this season. So
Yeah, and that might give him
the extra
the
boost.
yeah hey I got two more. I got two more in me. It's the same thing like LeBron. We've been saying it for LeBron's been done for the past 3 years, and he's like, I got one more. I got one more every time.
Exactly.
And then speaking a little NBA, you got LaMelo Ball trade destinations. They big rumors came out that he wants out or he wouldn't be opposed to being traded from the Hornets. Uh, and a few teams that could potentially trade for him. The Clippers are a big name out there. I personally don't see this happening because they're kind of in a downward spiral. The 4-11 right now. They have no first round pick or no control over their first round picks until 2030. I think that's when they get their own first round pick back. But right now they have no first round picks or only the Thunder controls their pick swaps with them from the Paul George trade. So, I mean, Thunder are always going to swap those picks, especially right now where they're probably going to be picking one of the last two picks in the draft, and the
Yeah.
Clippers are going to be up top.
Yeah.
Got the Rockets who have a lot of assets, good young players like Reed Shepherd, maybe. You want to trade him. And then the Timberwolves, another they got Rob Dillingham who hasn't really been able to crack the starting spot with the Wolves. Maybe he gets a nice little second chance with the Hornets to start at point guard.
Talk
And
about some cocky 1-2 guards, huh?
yeah, so I mean those are just a few spots. It would be fun to see LaMelo play with like you said the other cocky guard and Anthony Edwards. And then with the Rockets, I mean, you just add them to what's basically one of the more stacked starting
Crazy.
lineups and one of the tallest starting lineups in
Yeah.
the league. You got LaMelo, Amon Thompson,
I mean, isn't
KD.
LaMelo 6'7" too? Or
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like 6'7" or 6'8", and then you have the
Yeah.
6'8" Amon Thompson, then you have KD, then you have Sengun, and then whoever you want to put there at power forward or center, Jabari Smith Jr. or Steven Adams, 7 footer, 6'11", whatever. So fun stuff there, and obviously the Heat. No one's talking about the Heat, but the Heat are always in on these guys, so they're just a name to throw out there. Also, the Heat will probably be mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, the Hornets are bad, so
Yeah,
just get
and I don't really
get
know what
LaMelo out
LaMelo's
there.
worth either. Like
Yeah, I don't know. He's been
he's someone who's
injured the past
exactly.
couple years. He hasn't played a full season. But when he's on the court, he's a, good playmaker. Shoots the ball well, and yeah, he's just a fun guy to watch. He's got
I
some
mean, he's
crazy
easily
passes.
averaging like 18 points and 8 assists a game type guy, you know. So he will definitely fit in wherever he goes. As like you said, like a playmaker at the very least.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. On to college football here. A couple things. One of the schools that had a head coaching position open, Virginia Tech. Not many people would think Virginia Tech is one of the bigger schools, but they play in the ACC. Well, they got their future head coach, James Franklin. If you know who that is, he used to be the Penn State coach, got fired midway through the season this year. He has already found a new home in Virginia Tech, 5 years, $42 million. Um, I mean, he's getting what,
I think he's getting like
56 million from Penn
yeah.
State still?
I was gonna say he's getting paid, got bought out for like $40 million, and
Yeah.
just stacking it up, man. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I would if I was me, I'd take a little break. He's right back in it. You know that's the love of the game right there.
yeah, he's back in it, but he is in a easier conference, as some would say. He is in the ACC. So you just got to deal with Clemson and Florida. No, Clemson and
The
Florida.
ACC,
Yeah,
yeah, Florida State,
yeah, Florida State's still in there. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Miami.
Miami is in there. Um, so yeah, just got to deal with a couple schools. His record, as everyone has mentioned, against top 10 schools is like 4-22. So, um, easily can get into the college football playoff at Virginia Tech. They said that Tech's gonna put in money, get some money from the boosters to for the football team, so he can go out and get his guys. So he has a chance. Win the ACC, you get into the playoff. Can do that every single year if you want to. So James Franklin to Virginia Tech. Another big name, probably the biggest name in college football right now is Lane Kiffin. He his contract with the Ole Miss is up, and people have been floating around the idea of where he has been or is trying to go or where he's going to land. Is he going to stay at Ole Miss? Uh, Florida is going all in on Lane Kiffin, and just recently he said he might hire Ed Orgeron if he goes to LSU. So, um, this guy's gonna get paid like maybe 100 million. Uh, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think if he wants to go big name school or, I guess most winningest school, he's probably gonna be LSU.
Yeah,
Um, he'd probably get the biggest recruits. He'd have the most money.
yeah,
Even though Florida does throw out a lot of money, but LSU is like the spot, you know.
hmm
So I would
yeah,
not be surprised if he ends up at LSU.
yeah. Lane Kiffin. He's kind of like the most associated with the Florida. They really like him. Um, but there was a little bit of drama where he sent the family down to Florida. He has a house down there or something like that, and then he's at Ole Miss, and he's kind of Ole Miss kind of was like, "Hey, you guys, you need to you give us a heads up by this week's game if you're gonna stay or not." So, um, no one knows where this guy's going or what he's feeling, but I mean, Ole Miss is ready to Ole Miss said they'll match any number that these other schools give Lane Kiffin. So
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to sign him, I don't think I would give him an ultimatum. Like, hey, he only got till here, got to this
yeah,
point. So, I mean, if that was me, I'd be like, I could just go wherever I want, buddy. I got LSU
yeah,
knocking on my door over there.
true.
So, uh, but yeah, I mean, if he likes Ole Miss, I mean, it seems like enjoys himself there, and they've been successful over the past few years. So that'd be a good spot. But you know. LSU gets the respect. If he wants to be a college playoffs type thing, you're gonna go to the place that gets respect. Because I think last year Ole
Yeah,
Miss got snubbed out of the playoffs with one loss. I don't know how like Florida hasn't been good for a while, so um, yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
yeah. Also too, before I go on, people were saying that LSU and Florida, their recruiting is crazy. Like Mississippi is not as big as LSU, and Florida, of course, is just like the best pipeline there is for high schoolers. So
Yeah.
you know, just a little leg up on the competition if you go out to LSU in Florida. And then next, it's been a couple weeks since the last did the college football playoff bracket. There was some movement here, like Tulane jumping in there against Texas Tech. James Madison has also been another school that could jump Tulane and get in there as the 12th seed. Miami's in there now. The top four still hasn't changed with Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M with a good win, and Georgia with a good win as well. So
Wait, so
Alabama,
Miami and Tulane are in, but they must win the conference.
yeah.
I don't even think Miami is close.
Mm,
I was
I
just looking
mean,
at it because it's ACC and Georgia Tech is what is number one in the conference at 6-1.
yeah, I don't know why Georgia Tech's not on there.
Because I just looked to see if Florida State was in ACC.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Georgia Tech and University of Virginia are both 6-1 in the conference, and then Miami is 4-2, and that they're still behind Pitt and SMU who are 5-1.
Hmm,
So they won't make the playoffs if they don't win the conference. So why are they even being ranked?
I don't know. These are all good questions. I don't know. Maybe they like Miami over Georgia Tech.
There's only like one game, isn't there? Like or two games left.
Yeah, a couple games left. And then, but then you have the conference championship. So, I mean, if they're in
They
the
might not even make that.
yeah, if they don't make it, then of course, yeah, Miami is not gonna win. So, this is all projections. So, they could just skip out Georgia Tech and just put Miami if they really wanted to. So,
See, yeah, I'm not locked in on this, so I don't know the rules exactly, but that's kind of weird, just from what I saw right there.
yeah,
Tulane is also behind Navy by one game, but
yeah,
they've only because they played one game less, one conference game less. So Tulane has a real good shot, but Miami seems like they have an outside shot to make that because they have two losses.
yeah. Huh. I don't know. Based on current rankings,
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
are ranked
Maybe,
higher than Georgia Tech and I don't remember the other team that was there.
yeah.
Virginia Tech. And
So Miami and Tulane may be higher in the rankings.
so does whoever wins that division takes that spot
I would
or
I would
conference?
say I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
You know how last year, the four ACC, SEC, Big Ten,
Yeah.
Big 12, they got like a bye, but not this year.
Yeah. So then based off of that though, so then if Tulane that spot would go to Navy then.
Yeah.
And then Miami spot would go to Georgia Tech if everything stays exactly the same.
Yeah. I think the 12th seed is gonna be the best of the rest. So whoever that is, I think it's like James Madison, Tulane, yeah, Navy maybe Georgia Tech's in that spot as well. I know they're all from different conferences, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry if you're listening to that, I don't really know the rules, so I was
Yeah, I
just,
mean that's a
I
good
saw
that's a
that
good
I
point.
saw that in the corner. I was like, why do they have an asterisk? And then I saw them in the Oregon
Must win
corner. I was like, oh.
conference.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh. I just saw Miami's not winning the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. That'll be fun to see what happens there with the rankings then in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire. Like I said, or like we said, thank God Oregon just doesn't need to play Ohio State in the first round.
Yeah, they did move up a spot. I think they were
Yeah.
eighth last time we showed this.
Yeah, they're in the 9-8 game here right here. And yeah, Alabama lost, so got bumped down a little bit. But these are the updated bracket, and I will do more research and make sure that Georgia Tech is in next week. So all you Georgia Tech fans, I'll cast my
There's a
vote.
chance.
Yep, and that is it.
All right. And then last but not least, we got the underdog picks. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, TikTok. Nothing's gonna go up for a while here. I'm in the home stretch of some stuff, so I
Oh
cannot
my
post the
gosh.
I cannot post the
Oh, that's
underdog
the
picks.
point. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I had the method down. I had it simple. It was ready to go every time, but TikTok just didn't like it, man. Bro, like I had it all set up. I had the perfect method to do it. So I was ready to go the next day, but it got messed up. But yeah, it's here. If you made it this far, here are the underdog picks. Start off with Roma Dunze. The Chicago Bears are facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have the worst defense in the NFL. Roma Dunze has looked great all year. The past few games, he's been a little, hit or miss, but I believe he will get higher than 52 and a half receiving yards against the worst defense in the NFL. Next, Trey McBride, higher than 77 and a half receiving yards. Still the number one option, even if Marvin Harrison is coming back. I believe Jacoby Brissett will throw it another record amount of times, probably in the 40s, especially if they're behind early against Jacksonville. Who knows how good they're going to be. They're a hot and cold team as well, but they do have the second worst pass defense in the NFL. So perfect for Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals who have no run game right now. So um, high throw volume. Next, Trevion Henderson at the Patriots facing the Bengals, who have the worst run defense in the NFL. Uh, Ramondre Stevenson, I believe, is supposed to be coming back this week, but against the worst run defense, I mean, 32 and a half rushing yards for Trayvon Henderson. I'm hitting the higher on that one. I believe he's earned himself a few extra carries, even with Stevenson back, and they might bring Stevenson along slowly just because it's his first game back. So, 32 and a half, he could get that on one run. He did that a few times last week.
Yeah, as always, while doing my picks, I was trying to pick through Trey McBride's options there. You could go with any option. I think McBride's gonna hit like a touchdown. He's
Oh
had
yeah.
like 6 touchdowns in 5 games. He's like,
Targets,
yeah,
touchdowns,
receptions. Like,
receptions.
it's
Yeah,
all it's all
I
been
was
McBride.
struggling between receptions and yards. I
Good
think it's eight
call.
receptions, and he's had like 10 receptions
Yeah,
two games in a row. So
it's Brissett's favorite target is Trey McBride, and if you have McBride on your fantasy, it really makes you happy. So.
I did make a trade in one of our leagues for Trey McBride, uh, in the Oregon League. I sent J.K. Dobbins and Sam Laporta for Trey McBride, who both of those guys just went on IR and are both out for the season. So I must say I did a great trade for myself there.
When was this? This was
I
this
did that
last
trade like
week?
3 weeks ago, I think, or
Oh
2 weeks
dang.
ago.
I didn't even
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
Nice. Good for you.
I'm just a trade master. If you want to look back at the past few years of those, I always make the biggest trade, I think, every year. No
Yeah.
one else trades.
No. Um and if I want to trade, I'll just go to Noah because I know he'll like at least counter or something, you know.
Always open to something, as
Yeah.
long as it's not awful. Like I got a few awful trades. I had someone trying to trade me Justin Jefferson and Drake May for like my two best players. So
Okay, on to my picks. Mac Hollins. You like that
he's
one?
been hot. He's been hot.
Over 28.5 yards versus the Bengals. I know we're doubling up on the Bengals, but because they are bad defensive wise. Matt Collins has hit this 4 of the last 5. He's easily been Drake May's number 2 guy, even with Booty in the lineup. Booty.
Oh,
Uh,
you really got yourself on that one, huh?
yeah.
That one really made you laugh.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
See, this is why we need TikTok.
Hey, it's all TikTok's fault, man. They keep blocking the picks. It makes no sense.
Unbelievable. All right, my next pick, I got Jackson Smith Njigba. Higher 6.5 receptions versus the Titans. I think Sam Darnold's going to have a uh, big game against the Titans coming off 4 interceptions. So, I mean, JSN had a great game, even though Sam Darnold had 4 interceptions. He's hit the higher on this 4 of the last 5 games. And finally, the third one, I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown against the Giants. He was facing a very tough Eagles defense last week, so I think they'll get back on track and he'll score a touchdown versus the Giants. And if you look at the stats, it's touchdown, no touchdown, touchdown, no touchdown. So this week he's due to score.
Due for a touchdown, yeah.
Yep. So those are our picks for this week. Let us know how you feel about those and who you are picking this week. And just like that, that is the end of this episode number 58. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. We'll see everyone in the next Pick'em video, and hopefully we recover from the Buffalo Bills loss this week.
They're all going to be right. The rest of the picks are right.
Hopefully.